Where's Tom's horse?
Something must have happened.
Where's Tom, Tony? Where is he, boy?
Tom's in trouble.
Wait a minute. You blew the truck to smithereens. What do we care? Zaroff told us to get Morgan, didn't he? That's the end of Morgan. And the end of one of the boss's oil trucks, too.
What does Zaroff care about an oil truck? We finished Morgan, didn't we?
Hey, duck for cover, quick.
Hey, Tom!
Are you all right?
Yes. Someone disguised as an Indian killed Chief Blackwing. Shot him with an arrow. I was hot after him until he transferred to... Blackwing's murderer must be down the road a ways. Providing his pals haven't picked him up.
What do you mean, pals?
Three fellas riding bay horses. You try and find him. I'm following another clue.
Right.
And if I hadn't have jumped Mr. Zaroff, I'd be right where Morgan is now, blown to pieces. Of course, I hated to lose that truck and the load of X-94.
Forget it. With Morgan and Blackwing out of the way, we'll have the Indians off the reservation in no time. And we'll be able to mine X-94 by the trainloads. Well done.
Morgan!
Blown to pieces, eh?
But I saw the truck explode. He couldn't have lived through it.
Show him in, Carlton. Now, here's the story you're going to tell Morgan.
Hi, Carlton.
Glad to see you, Morgan. Come right in.
You understand? My driver just told me what happened. Pretty expensive business, Morgan, having an oil truck blown up.
Pretty risky, too, Zaroff.
I don't understand.
Maybe the driver here can explain.
All I know, boss, is what I told you. An Indian stuck me up with a gun and told me to keep going. Then Morgan jumped on. And when he and the Indian started fighting and broke the air brake, I left.
Well, I would have done the same thing myself. Who was this Indian?
Chief Blackwing's murderer.
Chief Blackwing murdered? Why would anyone want to kill him? That's all, Molly. Sit down, Morgan. The Ravenhead Nation has always been so peaceful. It amazes me, an Indian killing his chief.
A white man killed Chief Blackwing. Someone trying to drive the Indians off the reservation.
How could anyone benefit by that?
That's what I'm going to find out.
How about that land owned by Emil Jans over on the other side of the mountain?
I don't understand.
Wouldn't Jans stand to make a fortune if the unrest of the Indians forces the government to acquire it?
Oh, ridiculous. He's a respectable citizen. That's unthinkable.
Well, gentlemen, I was in hopes that I could get some information here, and I see that I was mistaken.
The Indians are very fortunate in having a man like you on the job, Morgan. And if there's anything that I can do to help, don't hesitate to call on me.
I won't.
Wait, you fool. There's plenty of time for that. Will you put him out of the way before he serves our purpose?
Well, what do you mean?
Already he's beginning to suspect Jans of having killed Blackwing. Well, that suits us. But when Ranger Morgan goes the same way Blackwing did, It would suit us better if they suspect...
Jans.
Yes.
I've got to hand it to you, Zaroff.
Blackwing has gone to the happy hunting ground. Had he heeded the wisdom of Longboat, he would not now be lying slain by the Firebird. He would lead his people out of this land, away from the curse that lies over it. Let Longboat lead his brothers where the Firebird will not follow.
There you are, Adam. These Indians will never give you any peace until they get away from this reservation. They've been coming in and out of my store for 20 years, so I ought to know Indian. I'm sorry about your father, Ruth. If there's anything I can do to...
Thank you, Mr. Jans. Has Tom come back?
You've been brave, my child.
I'm a Ravenhead. I must be as brave as Blackwing, my father, who was struck down by this arrow.
Sit down, Ruth. My brothers make Longboat their chief. He will lead you away from the curses of the Firebird.
Wait, brother! I'm Morgan. Chief Ranger! Hello, Tom. Enough of that kind of talk, Longboat. Brothers, listen to me. For I speak with a bleeding heart. Blackwing was your chief as well as my chief. But I, your white brother, will bring to justice the slayer of our chief. Already much time has passed. When? Patience. A day or two.
We wait 2 days.
Thank you, brother.
Ruth has a piece of evidence that might help you, Tom. The arrow that killed her father.
It doesn't belong to this country. No Ravenhead made it.
Why, it's gone.
Who's been in here?
Only Emil Jans.
He sells those arrows in his store, doesn't he?
That's where I've seen that kind of an arrow before.
Everything works perfectly now. I'll show you. It's just a matter of interlocking coils. I've already made the same change on the full-size glider in the cave.
Is the radio control apparatus in order?
Perfect. You can control the glider either from here or from your study.
All right, let's try it. Lesky, you're a genius.
Longboat just phoned that Jan's got the arrow, and Morgan is following him into town.
Good. Morgan's playing right into our hands. See that he doesn't get the arrow.
But why? If he finds it on Jan?
That's just it. We don't want Morgan to convict him. We wanted him to suspect him. And then when we get rid of Morgan, everybody will blame Jans. Now send Chapman to Jans' store right away.
I'm just as anxious to get that arrow as Zaroff. My fingerprints are on it.
I wanted Blackwing and Tom Morgan out of the way, but not with an arrow from my store.
I don't get you, boss.
Didn't you take this out of stock and kill Blackwing?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, hello, Tom. I want to see Jan.
Well, Mr. Jan is pretty busy. Is there anything I can do?
No.
Are you looking for me?
Yes, I am. You step in your office, and I'll tell you what I want.
I'm pretty busy, Morgan. Perhaps we can talk here.
Well, if you'd rather talk in public, it's all right with me. But what I want to know of you is, why did you take that arrow from the agency office?
What arrow, Morgan? You're mad.
You wouldn't mind humoring me while I search the place, would you?
This is silly, Morgan. I tell you, I know nothing about the missing arrow.
What's wrong, Tony? Well, it's gone. Sorry I had to spill you, Tony. It's better than getting shot. What did you do with that arrow?
I don't know anything about it.
What did you run it from John's store for?
You'll never find out.
You might as well tell me who you're taking orders from. Better than rotting in jail.
The boss would kill me if I squealed.
Oh, so you are working for the man that's trying to drive the Indians off the reservation. Is it John's? headed for your hideout.
One false move and you'll never see your pals again.
A couple of more scares with this glider. There won't be any Indians left on the reservation. Don't touch that. You shoot that thing out of here like a rocket.
You mean if I just...
Look who's coming. It's Chapman.
And he's bringing in Morgan.
Good work, Chapman.
Yeah, how did you do it?
That's right. Turn him up. Turn it on there. Turn it on.
So that's the Firebird that's been stirring the Indians.
We've got to notify Zaroff.
Yes? What? Morgan's on the glider? Morgan's on his last ride.
But you're not going to wreck the glider.
Anything to get rid of Morgan.